Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Friday. It is the 2nd of September 2022. I'm going to look at the stakes races on the program from the spot, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Let's look at the stakes actions, races 8 and 9 from the spot. The 8th race, it is the Lucky Coin Stakes. It's going for a purse of $150,000, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 10 horses entered. Keep in mind the 9 and 10 are MTOs, so 8 will head to the Mellon Turf Course. The distance of ground of 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs on this Saratoga Mellon Turf Course. 1,100 meters, 5.5 furlongs. And the rails might be up in this race. They might be. And that's all weekend I've noticed. For Friday, Saturday, Sunday, looking at the overnights, all 3 days have different rail settings. I want to say today the Mellon Turf Course will be at a 0 setting, but then the rest of the weekend they'll be back at like 12 feet. But don't count on that. But my top selection, I'm going to go take the number 5 horse here, Thin White Duke. Let's go 5-3-1-2 in the superfecta. 5-3-1-2 super, top selection of 5 horse, Thin White Duke. 4-year-old gelded by Dominus here. David Donk trains. John Velasquez gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 5th of August at Saratoga. 5.5 furlongs in the Grade 3 Troy, and the horse finished 3rd by a neck that day. He settled towards the back pack that day, was very wide, but was gaining ground behind Golden Pal, was just kind of hitting the wall late, but he still ran his heart out there, not facing Golden Pal, not facing the world's toughest horses. Coming here today, I think he's in a good spot to get the W. 2 back he ran at Saratoga on the 20th of July, 5.5 in the last race, 115,000, and he finished 2nd by 2 lengths that day, and he had a trouble trip early on, but he settled well after that. He closed up well late. If he didn't have such a trouble trip, he could have probably made the race interesting. One of the rare horses making his 3rd start of the Saratoga meeting, I find that quite cool. And his 4th start in less than in 60 days. July 2nd was his previous race at Belmont. 1 mile on the Widener Turf Course, last race 92,000. He finished 4th by 3.25 lengths that day. He was with him early on and just didn't stay the trip. You could say that for all his routing races. He just does not seem like a router. The only he has won over a routing trip, but that's because he was walking it on the front end at Aqueduct in April. But when he comes back to sprinting, where he doesn't need the lead, where he closes up from the back, I think that's where he does his better trip. Closes up been doing killer on this turf course this season. At 5-1, let's use him. I think the 3-horse Proven Strategies is your second likeliest winner for Tyler Gaffalione or Mark Cassie. His most recent races at Monmouth, he just really, he just had a little bit too much too late there in the Select and in the Wolf Hill. If he could run a race like he did here a few seasons ago, I think he could win. I like him a lot. At 8-1, I'll use him in the late pick 4. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Saratoga, it's the Lucky Coin. Let's take the 5-horse Thin White Duke. Give kudos to the 3-horse Proven Strategies. 5-3-1-2 super, 5-3 in your multi-race. The 9th race from Saratoga, it is the Prioress Stakes. It's grade 2 event going for a purse $250,000. Race for 3-year-old fillies. 10 horses are going to the main track. The distance of ground here of 1,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the Saratoga main track. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, main track here in the Prioress. My top selection, I'm going to go with the number 1 horse, Wicked Halo. Let's go 110-6-2 in the superfecta. 110-6-2 super. Top selection, 1 horse, Wicked Halo. This 3-year-old field by Gunrunner. Steve Asmussen trains. Tyler Gaffalione gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 2nd of July at Churchill. 1 mile in the Tempin Stakes. And the horse went by 4 3/4 lengths that day. And the horse settled well from a tracking position. He slowly moved his way up. When he got to lead, he was ridden out to a very nice victory at 30 cents a dollar. He was much the best on paper, and in reality, cutting back to 6 furlongs today shouldn't be a problem. Probably doesn't need the lead. We'll probably get a good trip from a tracking position. I think he could really run a good race. I would like him to get away from the rail, though. I think the rail's a little dead this meeting at Saratoga. 2 back in Leslie's Lady at Churchill. 7 furlongs on the 12th of June, and the horse won by 2 3/4 lengths there. And again, the horse didn't break that well, but she settled well after that. Slowly moved her way up. She finally got the victory. An all-around good race there for her. And then the 8 bells on Derby weekend at Churchill. 7 furlongs. She finished 3rd by 4.5 lengths. She wasn't going to catch Maitreya, but she had a decent 3rd. She definitely improved as the season went on to that race. She started once here at Saratoga last season, 6.5 furlongs in the Adirondack, winning by 3.5 lengths on the front and all throughout. She really put on a show. That was a great ride by Jose that day, who really quartered the horse, the horse out of the gate. Been training well locally. I'm going to give this horse a shot. I think the 10 horse you have to use also, Union Lake. John Terranova the second trains one. John Velasquez gets the mount. Started 3 times times and been on the improve with every single race. Finished fourth at Belmont last year on Halloween on the sloppy going in a six-furlong main special weight. Came back to win main special weight Belmont Stakes weekend at Belmont going three quarters, and came back to win last month in the lounge race here at Saratoga, won by 3 1/4 lengths. That was a really good race. Definitely been on the improve, training well at 8-1. Let's use this horse in the late pick 4 also. But to recount my selection for the ninth from Saratoga, it is the grade 2 Prioress. Let's take the 1-horse Wicked Halo. Give kudos to the 10-horse Union Lake. 110 6-2 Super. 110 in your multi-race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.